Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling a really interesting medium-level problem called minimum removals to balance array. This is one of those problems that looks like it might need complex logic, but once you see the pattern it becomes very straightforward. We'll break it down step by step to understand exactly what we need to do. First, let's understand what we're being asked to do. We are given a list of integers called nums and a number k. Our goal is to make this list balanced. But what does balanced mean here? The problem says an array is balanced if the maximum number in that array is no bigger than the minimum number times k. We can remove as many elements as we want to achieve this. Our job is to find the minimum number of removals needed. Basically, we want to keep the biggest group of numbers possible that satisfies this condition. Let's focus on that condition for a second. The largest number in our kept set must be less than or equal to the smallest number in that set, multiplied by k. If we want to remove the minimum number of elements, that's actually the same thing as trying to keep the maximum number of elements. So instead of thinking about what to delete, let's think about finding the longest subsequence where this math works out. Here's the key insight. If we pick a group of numbers to keep, say 4, 5, and 10, and we check if they work together, it makes sense to look at them in order. If we sort the array first, any valid balanced group will appear as a solid block right next to each other. We won't be picking numbers from random spots. We'll be picking a slice from the sorted list. This simplifies things massively, because now we just need to find the longest slice or window. That works. Let's walk through an example to see this in action. We have the list 1629, and our multiply k is 3. First, we sort the list to get 1, 2, 6, 9. Now let's try starting our window at different numbers. If we start at 1, our minimum is 1. The maximum allowed is 1 times 3, which is 3. Looking at our sorted list, only 1 and 2 fit this range. That's a length of 2. What if we start at 2? The minimum is 2. The limit is 2 times 3, which is 6. The numbers 2 and 6 fit. That's also length 2. If we start at 6, the limit is 18. 6 and 9 both fit. Length 2 again. In this case, the best we can do is keep 2 numbers. Since we started with 4 numbers, we remove 2. The answer is 2. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the solution using Python logic, as it's very readable. But don't worry if that's not your main language. I'll be showing the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video. The logic remains exactly the same. So, based on our sorting discovery, we can use a two-pointer or sliding window approach. We sort the list first. Then, we have a left pointer representing the start of our balanced group, essentially the minimum element of that group. We have a right pointer that tries to expand the group to the right. As long as the number at the right pointer is within the allowed limit based on the left number, we include it. If the window gets invalid, we just consider the next left starting position. Before we get into the code, let's talk about the real reason people fail at Leetcode. It's not because they can't reverse a linked list. It's because they break their daily streak. I built my daily to-do specifically to solve this. You can set Solve Daily Leetcode as a routine task. This means it reminds you to complete your routine tasks every day. It's a dedicated system to force you to be consistent, which I also use to remind myself to upload these videos every day. If you're watching this channel, you're trying to improve, so this tool makes sure you actually show up to do it. I also want to be 100% transparent about how this app will grow. I am an indie developer, not a big corporation. I will never take away a free feature you already use. Core features like repeating tasks remain free forever. However, as I add new server-heavy features, they will be part of the premium plan to help cover the costs of running the app. Also, the price of premium will go up every time I ship a major new feature, so the best time to get involved is right now while it's early. Check it out at the link in the description. Okay, we've talked about the big picture and the logic. Now let's see what this looks like as actual code. I'll put the full solution up on the screen first, and don't worry, after that, we'll walk through the most important sections together. Alright, here is the full Python solution for the two-pointer approach. It's surprisingly compact. We sort, we loop, and we track the minimum removals. Take a second to look at the structure, and then we'll break it into chunks to see exactly what's happening. First things first, we get the length of the list, and, most importantly, we sort the list called nums. This sorting step is non-negotiable because it groups values by magnitude. We set our answer variable, ans to n, which represents the worst-case scenario where we remove every single element. We also initialize our right pointer to 0. Now for the core logic. We iterate through the list using a loop for our left pointer. This left position represents the smallest number in our current candidate group. Inside this loop we have a while loop. We keep pushing the right pointer forward as long as it's within bounds, and the number at the right position satisfies our condition, meaning it's less than or equal to the number at left times k. This effectively finds the largest valid window starting at left. Once our right pointer has moved as far as it can for the current left position, we calculate the size of this balanced window. The size is simply right minus left. Since we want the number of removals, we subtract this window size from the total count n. We compare this to our best answer so far and keep the smaller value. Finally, after checking all starting positions, we return the answer. So how efficient is this? The time complexity is dominated by the sorting step, which is big O of n log n. The actual two-pointer scan is just big O of n because both pointers only move forward from start to end. They never backtrack. So overall, it's n log n. For space, it depends on the language's sorting algorithm, but it's typically logarithmic or linear space to handle the sort. We aren't creating any new massive data structures. Before we assume we're done, let's double-check some edge cases. What if the list has only one item? The loop runs, finds a window of size 1, and returns 0 removals, which is correct because a single element is always balanced. What if k is 0? The math still holds. We just check if the max is less than or equal to 0. Also, in strongly typed languages, be careful with the multiplication. If the numbers are huge, min times k might overflow a standard integer, so we should use a long type for that calculation. Alright, that covers the main solution in Python. As promised, for those of you who code in other languages, I'm about to show the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't be breaking these down step by step, so just pause the video on your language of choice to check it out. Alright, as promised, here is the full solution in Java. Notice the cast to long when calculating the limit to prevent integer overflow. You can pause here to study it. Next up, here is the C++ version of the solution. Similar to Java, we use long to handle potentially large products safely. Feel free to pause and review. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Remember that in JavaScript, the default sort converts items to strings, so you must provide the comparison function a-b for correct numeric sorting. So let's wrap it up. We learned that sometimes the best way to solve a minimization problem is to flip it and maximize what you keep. We saw how sorting the data revealed a hidden structure, that our answer would be a contiguous chunk of numbers. And finally, we used a sliding window to find that chunk efficiently. Also, if you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems, so if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this Leetcode solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video because I upload videos daily. If you want to support the channel, a few people have asked how I plan my solutions. I'm a big fan of sketching out the logic and data structures on a tablet before I code. It really helps. I've put affiliate links in the description to the tablet I use and a few other good options. Using those links doesn't cost you anything extra but really helps me out. Or, if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.